Well, it has been a while since I've been here. Hello and welcome to the Guiding Keys podcast, and I'm joined by the whole squad. Sound off, guys.
Hello.
Howdy.
Hello.
Everybody cut off.
Scuffed as usual.
we got the main four and we got the extended fam. We got Aura and Chappy both here as well. DJ couldn't make it, unfortunately, but we got basically everybody else. So
Everybody is here.
except DJ.
Everybody
except DJ.
Was that
Anyway. He's with us in spirit. But
Yeah, I did kill him.
welcome back to the Guiding Keys podcast, the first episode of 2026. Yippee! Yeah. Soundboard doesn't go through recording.
No, it doesn't. Don't press the button. Don't touch it.
Press the button again just to confuse the viewers.
You guys have soundboards? What?
It's okay, I can edit it in. Or Ryu can edit it in. Whoever edits this can edit it in. No, welcome back to the Guiding Keys podcast. We're here to talk about the absolute state of Kingdom Hearts in 2026. That is to say, how jaded and how cynical are we going to be this year? Or how much copium are we going to huff, depending on which side you're on?
By the end of the year, calling it.
Alright, so, yeah, here's for listeners at home. Here's what you're gonna do. Half of you are gonna take a shot every time someone says something cynical. The other half are gonna take a shot every time someone says something copious. So we'll see who's alive by the end.
No
Probably
one.
nobody. But
We're really playing God here today.
Zeus. He's funnier.
I prefer Hades.
Oh my
These
God.
notes. But regardless of all that, yeah, I don't know. I mean, given our lackluster year last year, we got negative news last year.
It's so over. We're so bad.
It's so.
Yeah,
I would say
And then it's over.
We're so bad.
I would say it balanced out to equal zero news because you know we got the negative. We got Missing Link is dead, but then we got
Link.
we got some screenshots of KH4 that were sort of just a half-assed gimme, like here, shut up. But I think that cancels out to be zero news. So.
Now, we did get, and this isn't news technically, but this is still content. The really cool artwork that Nomura did for Halloween.
That is
That's
true.
right.
That is true. We got a
With the
new.
with the new Halloween Town Keyblade.
There was a new Keyblade in there. The question is this actually going to be something we see at some point, or
I
is
don't
it
think
just?
so. I think he was like, man, I don't remember what it was, and I don't feel like looking it up. This is what I'm gonna do, and it looks cool. Like it does look like a fun Keyblade. I haven't.
And you can
Honestly,
check it out in KH3 as a mod by me and Soku, because Soku modeled the Keyblade and I made the mod.
Yeah, like honestly, I really like that Keyblade design. Like it might actually, of the Halloween Town Keyblades, even though this is only semi-official, but it was designed by Nomura, so it counts. It's probably my favorite.
Semi-official. It's still official. Okay.
Yeah. It definitely goes into the it's just like the what was that Keyblade called? Tower of Radiance or something? That
Right. That one I also made a mod of.
it's very much in that nebulous canon, in a fun way. I just grab the image of anybody. I'll put it in.
Power of Radiance and Shadow, I have it.
Yeah.
I have the mod.
Oh,
that
I was
made,
talking
at least.
about the Halloween picture. But
We'll
That's
put
it.
it up on the screen when we make the video.
yeah. This is more for us. But yeah. I mean, we did get that, which was honestly absolutely unexpected. I had no expectations of getting something like that. But I am always in love with Halloween Town Sora and just Nomura art. So that is something. Kingdom Hearts is definitely on the mind of Nomura.
I think it's always on the mind of Nomura, I'm going to be honest. The question is whether it's on the mind of Disney.
No, because
No,
Disney
they're too
definitely-
busy making their 13th live adaptation that's going to flop.
No, they have it on their mind.
Oh
I
my
mean, they're
God.
doing a whole pin set of the 12 KH1 Keyblades at the parks this year.
Yeah.
So,
And
like-
and making, you know, a freaking mouse holder for some reason. Did y'all see that the other day?
no,
Yeah.
I didn't.
No.
Yeah,
Just
just a
random
piece of merch.
Yeah.
Yeah, whip this out, Nolan. I haven't seen this.
I don't remember where
Yeah,
it
whip
was.
it out, I wanna hear it.
Was it
We're gonna have a lot of things to put on the
Eyeball?
screen.
Yeah.
Oh, editor's going to be busy. Hey, get making that bread this time.
But yeah, like, I'm going into here's my 2026 prediction. I'm going into expecting about the same amount of news, so that way, if we do get news, I'm pleasantly surprised.
All right, all right.
If we don't get any, I'm good.
All right, I'm gonna do show of voiced hands. If you're on team yes KH4 this year, sound off. Like not releasing, but just like we're actually going to see it this year.
Yes.
Sound off.
I think, yeah, I'll go into my
Yeah.
thoughts in a bit.
Me too. I think we'll see it.
All right, now if you're on team no KH4 this year, sound off. I'm kind of. I don't know.
I'm just gonna go in and assume that I am going to assume that we're not going to get any news, just so that way we can enjoy it. That's how I'm going for it. But it's not like I'm losing on anything. I got Resident Evil coming out in a month. I'm winning, chat.
Aura, you've been quiet on both sides. Which side are you on?
I think I'm gonna be on the side of let me be surprised.
Then no news, and let's go from
That
there.
defaults to no. That defaults
Yeah,
to no.
yeah.
Okay, so we're on 3 yes, 3 no, basically.
Which is fair. Well, you know what? That is a good representation of the split in the community of whether or not we'll get news. Because, I mean, it's not having news is annoying, but at the same time, hyper focusing on it that we haven't gotten news isn't a very healthy way to go about it. At least that's my
Oh,
opinion.
it's not. I mean, if Kingdom Hearts is the only thing you're playing all year round, you're probably the 5 people who are still upset that we haven't gotten any news. Like genuinely, just like, what am I going to do with my life now?
All right,
Yeah.
but I wanna make a point that I made in a post yesterday, and I wanna address the flip side of the argument of just play other games, because I wanna make this clear. We are living in a, let's say, a tumultuous economic period. And a lot of people do not have the time nor the money to afford a lot of video games, especially as they're getting more and more expensive. So I think the argument of just play other games, I don't know if that's really that valid. I mean, yes, people should broaden their horizons, but also no, they shouldn't be told, spend your money on things you're not interested in when money's tight and games are expensive.
All right, but here's the counter argument to that. If you're so tight on money that spending additional money on something that you don't know if you'll like or not until you try is your make or break, maybe you shouldn't be buying video games in the first place. Maybe that's a problem
was
that
gonna
you
say,
need to
I
keep
don't-
up with your own self. On that one.
I'm not gonna sit here and say yes or no to that, but also, people should be free to spend their money that they made on what they want. So
Yeah, well, for me, the problem isn't necessarily that, because I don't think it's necessarily money as the issue. My issue with that argument is that it just kind of assumes that you don't already play other games. Like I play a shit ton of other games. You know, Hytale comes out in 2 days. I'm going to be playing that a shit ton, and I'm going to be fine with that.
I mean, I've been playing Metroid Prime 4 for the past, couple weeks.
It just feels like a disingenuous argument to me, because it just kind of devalues other people without actually knowing their interests.
Yeah, and Aura brings up a good point in the chat here, if you want to say it, Aura.
Oh, I was about to say, there's also the fact that a lot of GameStop stores are closing, so you're also losing access to be able to get said games more easily. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, to an extent, but also, the reality of the fact that majority of people these days do buy their games digitally, not physically. Like, if you're buying physical games like I do, and I'm assuming most of you do, we are the minority here.
The fact, I would say mostly just the fact that GameStop specifically, because yes, I feel like less people are buying physical, but the people that are buying physical are probably just buying it off of Amazon or at bigger retailers. You know what I mean? Like, because GameStop is like a game-specific place.
I mean, not me. I actually do buy at GameStop, but
No, I'm just saying there's a lot of people that probably do that. That's probably even more so why GameStop is kind of declining.
Yeah,
I feel like people go to GameStop for Funko Pops and then they're like, "Oh, there's video games here? What? Huh?"
GameStop's become a glorified Hot Topic that happens to sell video games.
Yeah, this is cool, but it is basically like offshoot of like Hot Topic and what's the other one?
They got the same vibe.
Box Lunch.
Box Lunch. Yeah, the one that near me is they're trying to turn into a TCG shop now, so we'll see how that goes.
You'd probably make more money like that.
I get a mom and pop store
I don't even want to.
That gets games. If I go up to be like, hey, I need to. I would like this game. They'll order it for me and everything. So
yeah, I don't really have that luxury, unfortunately. I mean, my options are basically: do I want to buy it from GameStop, Best Buy, Walmart, Target, or Amazon? It doesn't really matter. I'm giving it to a big corporation either way.
Simply move. That's all you have to do. Gosh.
All right. I think
be lazy.
Real life move.
Yeah. Quit being lazy. Gosh.
Anyways, Kingdom Hearts.
I think we've teetered off course just a little bit here.
He's a T.
So
welcome to Guiding Keys.
I think the biggest question on everyone's mind is like, when could we potentially see KH4 news? And I think I'm kind of conflicted on this, because I think the main viewpoint, I think, is they're just gonna, on a random day with no prior warning, just drop a trailer or something, and I think that's very likely.
Yeah,
that's me. That's where I'm at. We're on a random Tuesday at 4 p.m. kind of.
Yeah.
For me though, I just feel like for KH4 specifically, and doing like a re-reveal of it, I think it would be better to do at a big name event, so there's more eyes on it.
I
actually kind of disagree.
I feel like there are three options in my brain. First of all, is they'll release it whenever they want. Just in general, they'll release it whenever they want on a random Tuesday. Option 2, anniversary date, right? Like that's when it was first revealed to us. That to me that feels like the most likely, and the last one is the Summer's Game Fest, and I feel like after that, it's all up in the air.
There's one more, Craig. Clark, sorry. D23's this year. Yeah.
See,
that's true.
Okay, is it though? Because I swear it was like last year was going to be D23, and then the year before that it was like, this is going to be D23.
Last year was Destination D23, which is the park.
It was the year before.
No, that was they alternate every year.
Yeah.
I thought because last year was the one that was inside Fortnite, and that was
2024.
That one sucked.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh my god! I'm getting
that one had a bunch of parks related announcements as well. There weren't really any.
Made no sense.
Yeah.
Wow, I
But-
must be. Time is an illusion, man.
But
This is what
again,
happens
though,
when you
I
get
just-
old.
I just feel like it's the smarter marketing decision to get more eyes on it. If they're going to, with the next trailer, which I think with the next trailer, they're going to start the big marketing push. I think that's the obvious at this point. Whenever it happens, I just think the way to start that is to do it at a named event. Even if it's a smaller one, like a state of play or something.
I disagree with you. Because honestly, I'll say it this way. Some of the biggest games nowadays, they operate on their own schedule. I mean, GTA 6 has not done a trailer at any event. They just drop it on their own. And
Yes, but
still
GTA
pull
6 is
big
bigger
enough.
than GTA is bigger than Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah.
Okay,
Like,
so
let it be
but
like
also,
or
I know
not.
Kingdom Hearts is still big, but there's levels of bigness, and I think
Nintendo doesn't do presents at any of the Keighley events or anything. They just do their own
yes,
thing.
but they
and
have
then still pull
Nintendo
big
Directs.
numbers. Yes, but what I'm saying
Nintendo
is they,
Directs are their own platform, basically, because whenever there's a Nintendo Direct,
A
all eyes
Nintendo
are
Direct
on it.
is a big name event in the context that I'm saying.
And,
Yeah.
and take to smaller things too, right? Like Pokemon has their specific directs. Digimon has their specific directs. They all have their specific things, but they moved on and have their own stuff. Square Enix does
Even
not
if-
have their
yeah,
own.
I was gonna say, even if Square Enix did their own, like a Square Enix Direct, I think that would probably be where it could happen.
Yeah.
I just think it would be better for it to be at an event that they announce beforehand to get people like, hey, watch this, and then more people watch because it's a big new games news for whatever.
I disagree.
And
I honestly think it doesn't matter at this point. Like, I think
I
the
think
internet
if
is so big, and like they could just drop it whenever and they would still get the same amount of attention.
I disagree because I
schedule,
feel
dude.
I don't know. I just feel like all the time I see for games that get like announced like not at big events, I see people say like, I didn't even know this existed or whatever. I felt like I've seen that for KH4 because people didn't watch the anniversary event somehow.
yeah,
I think here's the potential here. Re-reveal of at an anniversary, extended trailer at an event.
Maybe.
Honestly, I don't even know if
And to be clear, I am just saying I think the re-reveal should be at everything else. I don't care. It could be any time.
I mean,
I just think
honestly,
the
though,
re-reveal should be a big thing, bigger
I
thing.
don't-
Yeah.
I don't even know if I agree with you because, like, honestly, like, even at the big events now, like, how many of the announcements from the Game Awards a month ago do you actually remember?
like 5, not even. It's because I think Jeff Keighley's got a very odd way of revealing games. Like, this game is going to be a special one. It's
There's the
been
mega
made in secret for 10 years. Nobody knows about it, and then they show it. I'm like,
That's not even the point for me though, because at least with the Game Awards and stuff, like whether or not you remember specific announcements is all like a preference thing. You know
Yeah,
what I
but
mean?
here's
Like,
the thing, though. Here's the thing, though, is that when you have a show that's announcing so many things, everything kind of starts to blend together. But if you just do it on your own, all the attention's on you, all the spotlight's on you.
But
I
you
think
run the
again, though,
risk
again,
of
though,
that
that's a
being a
preference
smaller
thing.
spotlight. That's the gamble that you take for it.
Yeah.
Nintendo doesn't have to worry about that gamble because anybody who gives a shit about Nintendo is going to watch it anyways. It's the whole bit of like, if you enjoy Nintendo, you're gonna pony up the money and get the Switch too. Don't argue about it because they already figured it out. You're going to just buy it anyways. Whereas Square Enix is like, well, we would like to have money, please. We would like to have a spotlight. And that's that sort of a gamble for it, is they could reveal it on their own and have the spotlight, a much smaller spotlight of all of us who are like, sitting there refreshing the YouTube page at least once a month to see if anything's popped up.
if you go to I think I get what you're saying. Like, if they go to a bigger event, more people will see it and like invoke new fans into checking out whatever it is they're advertising.
Or even
and just reminding people that it exists and that it is now coming soon. That's my point, is because it was announced almost 4 years ago now. People are I've literally seen so many TikToks of people being like, Kingdom Hearts 4 doesn't exist at this point because they haven't fucking talked about it in almost 4 years.
Yeah.
So it's like that to me. Again, if you, Latrix, if you disagree, that's fine, obviously. But like to me, that just makes the most sense from a marketing standpoint to say like, hey, it's back, it's coming, everyone should know about this.
I mean, I do disagree because I think we're in a different age of marketing now. I think with social media platforms like Twitter and YouTube being what they are now, like they are the mainstream now.
Except the problem to that is that it's the same thing it was when 4 was released, or 4 was advertised. We live in that same world, but it's the same, it is the same marketing strategy and everything. It's like no one outside of people who are heavy fans of Kingdom Hearts like us knew about Missing Link. Because it was never advertised like that.
Here's my thing. Here's why I think my argument has a bit more of a leg to stand on, and that's just because Square Enix's director of marketing said that keep an eye on the Kingdom Hearts official X account or Twitter account, whatever you want to call it, and just all of their social channels as the only source of Kingdom Hearts 4 information in the future. That's what he said.
Yes, but I have a couple things to say about that because, for one, there's those fuck-ass Instagram accounts that always post leaks, and I know Square isn't aware of that shit because I've talked to HMK about this. So I think, A, that could be part of it somewhat. B, plans can change in that sense because how long has it been since he tweeted that? You know what I mean? Like
about 6 months,
8 months.
Yeah, but so I guess my main point with what I'm saying is I think they would want to, or I think they should want to re-reveal to a wider audience because while yes, social media in general is its shit spreads on social media a lot, I think it still typically stays to certain niches because of algorithms.
Yeah,
say that
algorithms
are still trending within like minutes of them being posted.
Yes,
worldwide.
because it trended to the Kingdom Hearts fans and they spread it everywhere. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. So I mean, why pay for big marketing when your fan base is going to do it for free?
I guess, yeah.
Well, remember, none of us are in the marketing department, so regardless of what anything we say, we're always wrong on that. So,
the main point being, I can see it happening anyway. I just think that a bigger event would be the smarter choice on their end, and that's just me. But yeah.
I mean, none of this matters if we don't actually see the game this year. So
okay, no, we're not having that energy here. Go away. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
This is what we're talking about.
Matrix, take this copium
Go to the
and sport
door.
it.
I already told you what was my team. No.
Have I told you guys about my Keeley conspiracy theory?
That he hates Kingdom Hearts and that he's actively avoiding talking about it.
That, and I think this is so stupid. I think that, so if you look at the past few shows he's had, like not only the award shows, but like some of the like
Gamescom,
Games Fest and Gamescom and stuff, he's had the Muppets there, and I think that's him like slowly drop feeding, hey, the Muppets are going to be in Kingdom Hearts 4 without telling anybody.
I mean, Rolf did
the one
say
dude
Kingdom
did
Hearts.
sing Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, Rolf
He did.
did say
He did.
Kingdom Hearts. He said it so
Yeah, he
clearly.
did.
He
He did.
enunciated. He crawled
He said
inside
it
my
so
ear and
clearly, it
said
got
it.
trending.
Everybody activated like a Russian fucking like
It was a
sleeper agent. when they heard it.
sleeper agent code.
Like it was like everybody turned into the Winter Soldier when they heard that.
I was in college with some friends watching it, and no one fucking heard a word after that. I was like, "Oh, he said it." It was over.
Yeah.
To kind of bounce off of that a little bit, I always see, whenever this kind of thing happens, I always see people say like, oh, Kingdom Hearts fans are so starved that they'll freak out over anything. And to an extent, I agree. But also, even if we were in like a full news binge, like
We
a
just like
Muppet
having our thing be
acknowledging
mentioned.
Kingdom Hearts is super funny. Like
We
everyone
just
would
like
love that
having our-
anyway.
we just like having our game be mentioned, okay?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Like we do a bit of a freak out every time it shows up in a mere mention in something Disney related. Like we make our own events and everything because they don't.
Like Kingdom Hearts fans just have a special brand of brain rot, okay? Like, let's just be frank. Like, we live and breathe and die by this shit.
I'm already dead. I don't know what to tell you.
No, we're getting there. The rest of us are getting there.
But no, in general, the way I'm looking towards this, this year, as far as Kingdom Hearts news goes, is, if it doesn't show up at certain events, I'm not going to be incredibly upset. I'm going to be hopeful that it shows up. But it's like, okay, so long as there's something that I enjoy, then I'm happy. And generally, I will find something to enjoy because I am very easy to please. And if it doesn't show up this year, then next year might be the year. That's just where I'm at the moment. I have went over the anger and hit acceptance, and just I've moved on.
I don't know if I'm at acceptance. I think I'm just at apathy.
No, you're still at anger.
No, I feel like I've said this every time we've done one of these, Kingdom Hearts in this year episodes, but like there's got to be a point where it's like literally too long and they can't just not talk about it. You know what I mean?
I think honestly, you want to know what the answer. You want to know what the answer actually is to that? It would be next year. Because next year would be the 25th anniversary of the series, and if they don't talk about it then, even when they announced it at the 20th, then they fucked up bad.
I mean, 5 years is a really long time to not say anything about a video game series.
I think a huge part of that is because we're in a state in which we are hyper aware of news. Like 10 years ago, it probably could have went on for 5 years and we would have never noticed. Oh, maybe more than 10 years. I forget what time it is. 20 years ago. 20 years ago, we would have never noticed.
I mean,
half of you would not have existed, actually.
90s.
I was gonna say 10 years ago. 10 years ago, we were in the KH3 news cycle.
Yeah.
Because 0.2 came out
9 years ago.
Like 9 years ago today.
Yep.
And I just want to say, because I think Dolan's brought this up before, back then we had stuff to keep us busy while we're waiting for the big fish.
Yeah, true.
And we don't have that this time. That's why it feels so long. We no
had
longer
the collections. We had 0.2. Even when they weren't releasing games, or we had Union Cross and everything. Even when they weren't releasing stuff, there was news every few months ish. Maybe not that much, but every 6 months, at least a couple times a year.
They would say something at least once a year.
Yeah. And while I will agree, because this is a big point of contention, I will agree, they showed too much for KH3.
Yeah.
Especially near the end.
In the last year, they definitely did.
I agree, and I think they learned from that, and they don't want to do that as much.
I feel like they might have overcorrected.
Yeah, exactly. Because the point we're at now, we have no fucking idea how far they are on KH4.
Here's the thing, though. Like taking what you guys said, but knowing that things take much longer to produce nowadays, there's a lot more stuff behind the scenes that we're just not privy to. But we are getting some minuscule, like it is definitely scaled back. Like, of course, we're getting the merch that none of us can find or afford because
$428 fucking jacket at Box Lunch, dude.
There's that. There's
limited to 2,000 only pins that you can't fucking get after 15 minutes of the park opening. Woo.
Yeah, like I said, we do technically have that. We do have no more. With the art, there was the whole Palpu fruit interview he did.
Does that even count?
I'm just saying in general. I'm saying in general. I'm saying
Just a little bit of lore.
Yeah.
I am just saying right now in general. We did
Any
get the screenshot.
official acknowledgement of this?
Yeah. We did get the screenshots. We were at least told that hey, Missing Link is canceled. Like we were given that grace. That
I mean, no offense, but I think if we're at the point where we're like Nomura sneezed the word Kingdom Hearts in an interview and that's our news, I think we might be scraping the bottom of the barrel for what's considered acceptable levels of communication.
Well, I mean, he's not necessarily saying acceptable levels. It's just that
we are getting some news. It is incredibly scaled back to what we got back in the day, but we are getting some things just in general. So it is still within the zeitgeist. It is just incredibly scaled back to it. It's not like, me being a Ben 10 fan and the only news that we get is a comic book coming out next month after like 20 years of no news. Like, there's there is a bit of difference there.
So
we are getting some things.
We need to address the elephant in the room. And that is just...
Well, there wasn't an elephant in Tarzan level, so...
I didn't think that was an elephant, but...
Tantor.
No, I'm talking about Square Enix's restructuring.
Yes.
I get. And it's like, I get that's probably a very big reason why communication has been low or next to nothing. But it just feels like I really wish they would do a little bit more.
Well, you know what the worst part is? Honestly, I mean, I'm not even gonna get into all of the bullshit with the corporate restructuring because, dear God, that could be an entire episode on its own of how much I disagree with their business model. And we'll save that for another time. And I'm angrier.
And what's more, we're no professionals in the business at all. So,
but what I think the worst part is that we have only seen, officially speaking, two times we have seen Kingdom Hearts 4, and both of them were the same part of the game.
Sora got a watch. He got the Omnitrix.
My point, we have not seen
We've only seen
anything.
Quadratum.
We have not seen anything beyond Quadratum, save for one screenshot of Mickey in Scala at Kylum.
That's true.
This is probably gonna be controversial. I don't want to see anything beyond Quadratum. Really, honestly, I would like to
I get that.
but
what I mean
is another conversation.
What I mean by this is not for spoiler purposes, but what I mean by this is that we have only seen such a small sliver of the game, and what we can only all presume is the very beginning. We have no indication of how far they actually are into development.
I think this also goes in line with we don't know any of the worlds. It's like y'all said, we're completely blindfolded here. We have no idea what's going on.
We don't know how far into development those worlds are. We don't know how long the game is going to be. We don't know anything. That's the problem, is this game has been in development for going on 4 years now, and we have only seen the very beginning of it.
Yeah,
we do not know how far along into development the game is. It could be halfway through. It could be 75% through. It could be 10% through. We don't know.
I was going to say, that being said, we don't... there's not any indication that it's not far in development, but we still don't know.
We don't...
we don't know. I don't think there's any reason to worry that they're stuck in development hell or anything. It's just that they could be anywhere between 90% done to whatever.
I'm not.
And not too long ago, Nomura did say it was progressing as they expected. like the development of
which
it.
is
We
good.
still don't know what that plan is. That's the point.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not saying that they're in
No, yeah,
development.
I'm
hell.
saying.
Just saying we don't know how far into development they are. We
Yeah.
don't
No,
know
no,
what the
yeah.
development cycle plan was. Was this planned to be a 5-year dev cycle? Was it planned to be a 7-year dev cycle? Was it planned to be a 10-year dev cycle? We don't know.
Now,
I guess
now,
my
I will say-
main point, my main point being then that I've said this again each time we've done one of these episodes, but that I like, as far as we are aware, there's no reason to assume yet that it will be, 3 years in the future or whatever. Like it could be at any point, and it's just frustrating that we don't know.
Yeah.
I will say is that at no point are they ever, they don't have to tell us anything.
Yeah.
They don't have to, but
that
they
is
should.
not. Their development cycle and everything, they can reveal as much information as they so choose, because it's their job. It is our job to buy the game.
Yes, but again, I want to make this point too. It is our job to buy the game, but also that means that it's their job to make us want to spend our money.
Yeah, and I'm gonna spend money on it. That's just me.
Well, again, all of the hardcore Kingdom Hearts fans are going to get it anyway. But they want to market to more than just the hardcore Kingdom Hearts fans.
Point is that we're the ones giving them our money, so they should be treating us with a little bit more respect.
I don't know.
Well, so to be fair, on at least Square's end, obviously Kingdom Hearts is in a way more complicated situation than Final Fantasy, because everyone's going to say Final Fantasy 7 is going to come out, or Final Fantasy 7 Remake 3 is going to come out before KH4, when we don't really have a super big indication of that. The problem is Square Enix can talk about that more freely because they don't have Disney to deal with.
Actually, I had this exact conversation with somebody else the other day. That's a misconception. It's a misnomer, and it's really, as far as we can tell, not really true. Because Nomura has talked about Kingdom Hearts on his own in interviews, in, candid moments. It doesn't really seem like he is restricted from communicating by Disney. He has said that there are certain things that Disney doesn't want him to talk about, namely story spoilers. But there is zero indication that Disney is preventing him from talking about the game or controlling when and how he can talk about the game. This idea that it's Disney keeping them tied up, that there is zero indication that is the case. That is a fan-made
I'm not
misconception.
really saying that. I'm saying that it could very well be either. And it's not as... I think, like, point being, we don't know the background end of this at this moment, because Nomura is able to talk about it to an extent on his own, but that's not marketing the game. That's not saying, here's a trailer. That's what I'm saying. Like, big news is clearly more complicated than that.
And I think that's like one of the most upsetting parts about being a fan in this drought, that we like to reiterate, we don't know. There's nothing we know, and we don't know if he's able or not able. There's just no communication whatsoever about anything Kingdom Hearts related, except maybe the occasional, hey, it's going good, check in another 7 months.
It makes me think of, and this is mainly because Hytale has also been on the brain because of what Donald said earlier. You guys remember Cube World?
No. I don't know what that is.
Well, Cube World was a game that
Minecraft
was going to be like, it was a voxel adventure game. Everyone was excited for it because it was like Minecraft but different, very Hytale-esque. It was in development and everything. People were excited for it. People kept asking. It was a single creator, so it's not exactly the same. But he kept getting asked about, when's it going to be out? What are you going to add next? Just keeps hammering down on him to release more information and everything. So eventually, he shut everything down. He got so tired of everyone flooding his DMs and everything. Game died immediately. He shut everything down. So no more. I do not want to talk to you people ever again. He's been working on the game in secret. He just has, he's came out every once in a while. But since he shut it down, there's hardly ever eyes on him anymore because it was too much. Because people kept asking him questions. At some point in time, I feel like we're basically getting to that point of like, well, if you guys would just shut up, we could work on it.
I get that, but also the difference is that's one guy. This is a massive multi-billion-dollar corporation.
Well, I'm not hitting up Haley Joe Osmond to see if he's done anything. All those tweets go straight to Nomura.
I'm just saying, the difference there is, don't go harass anybody. I'm not saying, oh yeah, go start, spamming every Square Enix employee knows DMs, keep asking them, when's KH4, when's KH4? Like, don't do that.
Pull up Latrix's DMs to
I was just
Nomura,
pulling up
please?
my Twitter to do that, dude. I was just pulling up Twitter to harass somebody.
Don't go harassing anybody at Square Enix or Disney and asking them like, hey, when's Kingdom Hearts 4? Why haven't you said anything? When is this? When is that? Like, don't be an ass. But like at the same time, me saying that, hey, a little bit more communication beyond, oh yeah, we're still working on it. To instill some sort of level of trust in your fandom who is gotten to the point where they're not sure, they don't know what the hell is going on. You could at the very least be just like, hey, look, here's what's happening, here's how far along we are, here's when you can expect to hear more. That's all I'm really asking for at this point. I'm not saying, I need a trailer in my hands right now and I need the game out next week. I'm just like, hey, just tell me what's up. Tell me what's going on.
Yeah. I agree. I agree. It's just a question of like, why? We don't know why. We don't know. I mean, that's the most that we can say, which is frustrating as hell.
Yeah, just a little clarity would be cool. Just a little.
Like that's all I'm asking for here. It's not me saying, oh yeah, Square Enix, they don't care about us at all. They're, sitting here twiddling their thumbs doing nothing. I'm sure they're working on it. They've said that they're working on it. But all I really want to know is like, hey, how far along are you? When can we expect to actually see, any substantial information about the game beyond you reiterating, hey, we're working on it? Could you at least tell us how far along you are in working on it? Because we have no clue. It's been 4 years.
All right. Before it gets off into another tangent, I think we should hear what somebody else has to say about their expectations.
Okay.
We've gotten... you know what? I open the door. I'll walk in.
You better.
When it comes to expectations, at this point, I'm just waiting. I hope we get something this year. Am I counting on it? Not necessarily. Do I think it's going to release this year? Absolutely not. I mean, that's fine with me. I've got other games I can play.
Snort the copium, Finn. Snort the copium.
I can tell you right now, I have zero hopes of it releasing this year.
Snort the copium.
My copium is that I want to hear from it. I'm playing low levels of copium right now, okay?
My copium at this point, Dallin, is this game will be out by 2028.
I will fight you.
As it stands, I'm waiting for Code Vein 2 to release, and hopefully I'll have money for that when it releases.
I too.
I got Resident Evil Requiem coming out next month. I am absolutely fine.
At the end of the day, everybody's going to have something that they can fall back onto if there's no Kingdom Hearts news after so many months.
Oh, yeah.
And, I mean, that's just
Latrix can finally play Expedition 33.
No, because Pokemon Day is in about a month, so I get to see what Gen 10's all about. Hopefully,
you can beat the game in a month.
I need to replay Scarlet and Violet.
No,
I think I should put that on my list.
You really don't.
Actually, no, because Scarlet and Violet is so much better on Switch 2. Actually, if you have a Switch 2,
it is,
I'm
but also
broke.
like you don't need to play it again.
it's peak though.
No.
Yes.
It was fun. It was
It's-
fun.
Thank you.
It's
Thank you,
fine.
Chappy.
No, I enjoyed it, but like, come on.
I've done a
it's-
stupid amount of shiny hunting in that game. That's like
Legends-
the one thing I do with Pokemon games.
Look, all I'm gonna say is Legends ZA peak, but it's neither here nor
That
there.
is a fun game too. It's great. I think Arceus is probably my favorite.
Arceus
All
was
right.
good.
Well, this is the Guiding Keys podcast, not the Pokemon podcast. So let's get back to Kingdom Hearts.
No, if we name a Pokemon Sora, it'll be okay.
Guys, what if they're putting Tron Ares into Kingdom Hearts 4 and
That'd
Papa
be
Namora
great.
got stuck in the grid and they've been trying to get him out and that's why it's been taking so long.
I think Tron Ares came out too late for it to meet Kingdom Hearts 4.
Yeah,
However,
it did.
I'll say this.
Yeah.
I think
Oh,
Kingdom
yeah,
Hearts
yeah.
5
I think-
I think Kingdom Hearts 5 has a real possibility.
Yeah, I will say anything. 'Cause, granted there hasn't been much Disney release. Definitely any recent releases. I think. Moana is probably the wait. Did Zootopia come out before or after Moana?
I think Zootopia was after, but I would say that
After-
Zootopia.
No.
is probably the cutoff.
Zootopia came out. I think Zootopia came out before Moana.
Zootopia or Moana, which one? I think that is like whatever one is the latest in the timeline. I think that's the cutoff point. It's kind of the vibe. Not the
Hold on.
vibe, but that's my gut reaction.
Hold on.
So-
Actually, they came out the same year, but
Oh,
Moana came out
What?
at the end of the year.
yeah, but yeah, like I said, for those like.
However, I disagree with you. I think I know what the
Okay.
cutoff point is because that was all the way back in 2016, if you can believe that.
Oh, what? No, you're fucking lying to me. Don't lie to me.
Yeah, that was
It's been
2016.
almost 10
Yeah.
years.
Moana and Zootopia came out in 2016. I think I know what the real.
Yeah, no,
I
you're
think I know-
right though. Yeah.
I think I know what the real cutoff was. Frozen 2, which was in 2019.
Ugh.
That I would
Yeah.
agree. However, God, I
Please.
don't want to go back to Frozen. I
Please, no
I
singing.
enjoyed the
Please,
first
no
Frozen
singing.
movie. I enjoyed the first Frozen movie. I like the singing. I enjoyed the first Frozen movie. I could absolutely avoid Arendelle as much as possible in KH3. I watched Frozen 2. I did not like Frozen 2. Like it felt like
That's
a nothing movie to me. That's
Oh,
my
I'm not-
opinion of it. Yeah.
I'm not saying whether I do or don't want it in Kingdom Hearts 4. I'm just saying I think that's the cutoff.
Yeah, no,
I
no,
mean,
I
I could
agree. I
see
agree
it.
there. Yeah, 2019. That feels. Yes, yeah, I agree.
Speaking of, kind of just to get a bit of more of on a positive note, other than the grim, dim and despair.
Grimdark Universe. if you wanna
Whenever
go with
we
the-
do see Kingdom Hearts 4 again, whether it be this year or not, hopefully, fingers crossed. What do you think that trailer's going to show?
Star Wars.
Yeah,
Star Wars.
Star Wars feels the most appropriate. Like I said,
It
I
does.
would
Right.
really like to see as little of the world. I would
Do you-
really just like to see I would
just
like
show
to
me
I
a
just-
dark
I
corridor
just have to
lit by a
ask,
red
like-
lightsaber.
I just have to ask, do you think Marvel is going to be in Cage 4?
we already had Marvel in KH4.
But that's
If it
big. That's
means the
Cage
MCU.
3. That's
Okay,
Cage
he means-
3.
he means
We're
the
not talking
MCU.
about Big Hero 6.
He means MCU, but honestly, no.
I think so.
I could
I
see
feel like I've told you guys
one hero
about,
universe.
I think I've told you guys about how I think they would do that. I'm not sure if I have, but I feel like they would implement MCU characters like how they implement the Final Fantasy characters. Like I
see
feel like
that.
they would be sporadically placed in, like in Quadratum, Sora's fighting Heartless, and then there's Spider-Man swinging through. He's going to help him out, and come and kick some butt.
Well,
Like,
probably not Spider-Man due to Sony's
No.
licensing. But
yeah, but
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like somebody like Shang-Chi or like Iron Man comes out and helps him out. You know?
If we do get MCU, I don't think we'll get MCU. I think we'll get our own variation on things. But that's my gut reaction on that. That one could be completely off base off of that. But if we do get MCU or a variation, we're definitely probably going to see the big three. We're going to see Iron Man, Thor, and Captain America. Those are the ones that they probably would focus on.
Honestly, I've said this before. I'll reiterate it here. One, I don't think we're going to get MCU in Kingdom Hearts 4. My reason being is I think the MCU is just too big in terms of scale. I don't know how you would have to do like one movie. And in which case, you would have to do one that's standalone, not one that's a huge crossover. Which actually brings me back to if they were to ever do MCU, which I don't, but if they were going to do it, I think that the best bet for them to put in would be the Guardians of the Galaxy.
I do remember you saying this, yeah.
I still disagree.
I think that I don't think like the scale of the MCU is necessarily an issue that they would like avoid it entirely. I think they would just only focus. I don't think they would do any of the movies. I think they do an original story, and I think they would only focus on one specific hero or one specific group of heroes, like Guardians of the Galaxy.
I like Chappie's idea of the MCU character, like the Marvel heroes, being characters that exist in the world, but not necessarily a world.
That I do enjoy. It makes. Go ahead, Alan.
Sorry, I was gonna say, this just popped in my head that I remember seeing this. I don't know if it was on a TikTok or on Twitter or something. Somebody mentioned, what if Marvel, not even MCU, but Marvel Comics side of like heroes, is introduced as the new Winnie the Pooh?
Oh,
that'd be neat. Like a
comic
book world.
That's
like a
fun.
comic book world.
Yeah, because what you could do is you could collect issues, almost kind of like
that would be so cool.
Like a combination of Winnie the Pooh and
the Dalmatians.
I was thinking more along the lines of the 8-bit games. What were they called? The game.
Classic Kingdom. Classic Kingdom. Yeah.
Classic Kingdom. Yeah. Because like you would collect. Yeah, you collect an issue. It's of course there's a Clash of callback issue, probably their first introductions.
So each one's a small little like snapshot.
Yeah, something that's not too much into it. There could be a similar shading thing that they did with Sora in
a sort of cell shading type of thing. Yeah.
That would be very fun. Yeah, I do personally think
would be the best, like the coolest way to incorporate, like the one I would be the most okay with. And I think it's bugging me now because I don't remember exactly where I saw it. I think it was on TikTok. But whoever I saw that from, genius idea for one.
Yeah.
Because I think that would fit perfectly in Quadratum because it's a very realistic thing, and if you're literally collecting comic books and traveling into them for little side quests or whatever.
Well, what'd be cool too is if they still wanted to do it as like the MCU necessarily instead of like just Marvel Comics, you could either do the comics themselves or like comic versions of the movies.
True,
or instead of collecting comics, it could also be you're collecting like DVDs. And jumping into the movie.
Here's the problem: is that no one's that's even more. People still know what a comic is. No one knows what the fuck a DVD is.
I mean, but realistically, I think it would be like you're collecting Marvel comics, but the comics themselves aren't actual issues of Marvel comics. They're quote unquote comics that are just comic versions of the stories of the big popular MCU movies.
See, I don't know about that because just knowing how Marvel does things, like because I'm much more in tune with how Marvel does things, they're going to probably would rather have their own. Like this is a new universe, new versions of the characters. It won't be MCU. It won't be the exact comics. And they love referencing the original comics that they showed up in. That is so much more because once you get the problem that I can see is the same thing with Pixar, right? Because Pixar acted as like an additional company that was instructing how to do Monsters Inc., how to do Toy Story, how to make everything feel right. Marvel and Lucasfilms are going to be much the same, in my feeling, in this that they're going to be hands-on to shape a particular view of the world, so that way it feels in line with their product, as well as fitting in line with what Kingdom Hearts is wanting to produce at the same time. It's going to be very much the same.
And if you wanted to get if you just like off topic for a second, if you really wanted a whole new genre of people to join Kingdom Hearts, you would put Marvel in there because everybody knows Marvel nowadays. Even if it's not MCU related, people are going to be like, take notice.
But here's the thing: Kingdom Hearts has always been the movies. There has not been TV shows. They have not been books. They have not been comics. They have always been the movies.
Well,
I mean, Winnie the Pooh had a TV show.
To counteract, though, however, that was just the Xehanort saga. We're in Unreality, baby. We got no idea what they're gonna do.
True, but like at the same time, we don't know that they're gonna take a big different approach. You know what I mean? Like,
no, we have no idea what they are doing.
And also,
I'm with Clark on this one.
But also, the other thing is just in the modern day, in today's day and age, the MCU versions of these characters are the most recognizable ones.
Unless you're talking about the Spider-Verse films.
Yeah, we have the Spider-Verse films. We also have Marvel Rivals. We have the new Marvel Token. We have
yes, but the MCU is the most popular of all of those, I think. But that being said,
it allows people to look at other things that are Marvel related and want to be interested in them.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that the MCU incarnations of these characters are the most recognizable ones. Like, you see Iron Man, you think Robert Downey Jr. You see Captain America, you think Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah, I think
Chris Evans. Sorry, I get the Chris's.
I don't know. You just proved your point wrong with that one.
No, but I think if they were to take this approach, I do think they would probably at least loosely base their designs to look similar to the MCU actors.
Make it look like that shitty Square Enix Marvel Avengers game.
No, it was an okay game, but no, they'll probably make it look a lot like the What If style, because there are differences
I could see
style
that.
of it. Yeah, the What If, they'll probably have the more model after things that show up in the parks and stuff. Like I said, it is going to be an original story. That much we can pretty much guesstimate.
And I don't think they would be like to try to implement any of the MCU stuff, because that's too.
We're just going to jump into Infinity War, honestly, dude. Like,
you just watch Spider-Man Thanos snap away.
But
snaps and Sora just fucking disappears and then he reappears. That's just how they solve it.
But yeah, like I do think that's what we'll probably end up seeing, is something that could, in theory, even take place in the middle of the MCU, right? Something akin to what we see with Toy Story, what we see of
post movie Monsters Inc. Post movie Big Hero.
Halloween Town, Nightmare Before Christmas, we saw before and after.
That's true. Oh goodness, yeah.
Like, even from way back at the beginning, not every world has to be the exact movie. We've seen that, and honestly, the ones that are too much like the exact movie are the worst ones. I just want to throw as much shade as I can at Arendelle.
Honestly, yeah.
but no, like that's the point. But we'll say I believe we're coming up on an hour. Is that right on your time?
58 minutes.
And I feel like we've been rambling as we have to do. And I got
podcast is rambling, Clark.
Yes, but I got work in the morning. Unfortunately, not enough of you people there have gifted us money straight to our P.O. boxes, so I have to work a day job.
Yeah, that's right.
If I show you my Cash App QR code, will you pay for my bills, please?
No.
But yeah, I mean...
Well, you know what? That's an honest word for that.
I respect the honesty, but still, get do.
All right, can we get a voice clip of that so I can have it on my soundboard? No.
Ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here first. Aura will not be giving anybody money.
Based.
And you know what? Fair, as we talked about earlier, economic turmoil.
True.
People can barely take care of themselves and make you think they can help others right now.
You know
Because I'm
what?
Pretty.
Fair. But also, you know, I think I should have money because I deserve it.
I don't deserve
Honestly,
it, but I still want it.
Honestly, say I need money.
Oh, yeah.
I just want it. Just give me money just cause.
Like I'm good, but more money could hurt. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Anyway,
All right.
so anyone have anything additional to say on the topic of hopefully getting Kingdom Hearts 4 news this year?
If we get it, awesome. If not, let's not be assholes about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
But if we
really
don't-
two
But
answers.
if we don't get it in 2027 on the 25th anniversary, we riot. No, I'm kidding. Please don't.
Oh my god.
If
we
if
don't
there's
condone
any
that,
rioting,
that violence.
we blame Lay.
Okay,
If
first
you
of
want
all,
to riot, play GTA 5 while waiting for GTA 6.
first of all, the
GTA
Kingdom
6 is
Hearts.
being delayed again on this site.
First of all, the Kingdom Hearts fans are going to riot regardless because I've been in this fandom long enough to know that they'll just riot just because they don't.
Yeah, and I'll tell your all to shut the fuck up and sit down again.
Second of all, I do not condone rioting. Please don't riot because we didn't get our game
Peaceful
news. But like, you know, at the same time, Square Enix,
Just
please.
be civil. Just be civil, people. It's not a complex concept.
Please-
Some of y'all don't
please-
seem to get that. Just be
Please
civil.
feed your
They're
starving
people.
children.
They're people. The people working on it are probably just as conflicted and upset about not sharing it as we are about not hearing it.
Yeah, that's fair actually. I'm sure. But anyway, I think that's
If you're gonna harass them about anything, harass them about putting dinosaur in the game. Put dinosaur in Kingdom Hearts 4.
Please don't harass anybody.
That's all.
Alright, okay.
Please
Lay,
don't
do the
harass
wrap-up.
anybody. Well, thank you all for listening to our varied opinions of going from "It's so over" to "We're so back."
it's so
the-
over again.
Yeah, the varying levels of copium between those two levels. But you know, we'll see what happens in 2026. Hopefully, more than nothing. You know, something
Stay
would be
tuned.
great. But at the
Stay
same
tuned.
time,
If
at the same
there's
time though,
something, we'll know.
at the same time though, you know, nothing ever happens. So, just. But hopefully, something happens. But like, for real though, thank you. Hopefully, we get something. If not, don't riot. But like, it's okay to be upset. But like, keep it civil. Don't be a dick. And may your heart be your guiding key.
Bye.
Bye.
Have a good night.
Bye bye.
Dun da da dun! Hi there! It's your trusty Chirithy, here to remind you to like, comment, and share this podcast with all your friends. Please remember to subscribe to the Keyblade Forge, join the Discord server, and visit the merch store at www.keybladeforge.com. Don't forget, your friends are your power, so make sure to pass this along. Until next time, may your heart be your guiding key.